is not diplomacy. It's an act of war.
Forged to blood.
You don't know who you messing with. You take a shot, better not miss.
Destroy us all.
History isn't just about dusty old books. It's about empires rising, kingdoms falling, and warriors who changed the world forever.
Without it, we are lost.
From the bloody sands of Rome to the icy Viking seas, these shows bring the past roaring back to life like never before. Trust me, some of these will leave you stunned, and others will have you glued to the screen. Please subscribe to my channel, grab your popcorn, sit tight, and let's dive into the top 10 historical dramas you absolutely can't miss. Rise of Empires Ottoman, 2020 to 2022.
Every empire has a beginning. Forged to blood, steel.
Kicking things off at number 10, we've got Rise of Empires Ottoman. This is one of Netflix's most ambitious historical dramas, bringing the story of Sultan Mehmed II to life in a way that feels epic yet deeply personal. The series dives into the legendary conquest of Constantinople, a turning point in world history. What I love here is the balance between massive battle sequences and the quieter moments of strategy and politics. You see Mehmed not just as a ruthless conqueror, but as a man driven by ambition, faith, and the weight of destiny. On the other side, the Byzantine defenders are shown with just as much humanity, making the whole conflict feel layered and tragic. For me, this show isn't just about swords and sieges. It's about how ambition can reshape the entire world. And the visuals? Stunning. Every frame feels like a painting, and when the battles hit, they hit hard. This one is an absolute treat for history buffs. Number 9, American Primeval, 2025. At number 9, we head to the brutal American frontier with American Primeval. This one really caught me off guard with how raw and unforgiving it is. Starring Taylor Kitsch as Isaac Reed, it's a story set in the 19th century, where settlers and Native American tribes are locked in a bloody and heartbreaking struggle. The show doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Heading west is a mistake.
I have no choice.
It shows you the settlers' desperation, the resilience of native warriors, and the moral gray area of survival. Reed himself is torn between two worlds, and his choices make you question what side you'd stand on if you were in his boots. Personally, I loved how American Primeval forces you to confront the harsh realities of that era. It's not a pretty Western. It's gritty, messy, and painfully human. If you enjoy shows that make you sit with the uncomfortable truths of history, this is definitely worth your time. Number 8, House of the Dragon, 2022.
Where is sacrifice?
Alright, number 8, House of the Dragon. This one hardly needs an introduction. It's the prequel to Game of Thrones set about 200 years earlier, focusing on House Targaryen at the height of their power, and the brutal civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons. What I found fascinating here is how personal the story is. It's not just about kingdoms and thrones, it's about families tearing themselves apart. Queen Rhaenyra, Prince Daemon, and King Viserys all bring so much intensity to the screen.
Has dragons.
And when the dragons enter the fray, oh man, those battles are absolutely jaw-dropping. I'll admit, after Game of Thrones ended the way it did, I was skeptical. But honestly, this series hooked me. It feels tighter, darker, and every episode leaves you on edge. If you're a fantasy fan, skipping this one would be a crime. Number 7, Nightfall, 2017 to 2019.
The Sword to the Templars in Paris.
Coming in at number 7, we've got Nightfall. This series dives into the secretive and often misunderstood world of the Knights Templar. Following Landry de Lozan, a knight searching for redemption, it mixes religion, politics, and plenty of sword fights. What stood out for me is how the show doesn't shy away from the darker side of the Templars. It shows their influence on the church, their conflicts with kings, and the betrayals within their own ranks.
Times we need able men to lead us back into the light.
It feels like a thriller wrapped inside a medieval setting, which keeps you guessing the whole way through. Honestly, Nightfall feels underrated. It's not as flashy as something like Vikings, but it has this gritty charm and emotional pull that makes it worth checking out. If you're into medieval drama with a dose of mystery, you'll really enjoy this one. Number 6, Shogun, 2024 to 2026.
What kind of man wields power in a land like this?
Life and death are the same. Both can happen.
At number 6, we journey to feudal Japan with Shogun. Based on James Clavell's classic novel, this series follows John Blackthorne, an English navigator shipwrecked in Japan, who finds himself caught between rival warlords. The show's attention to detail is incredible, from the breathtaking landscapes to the way it captures Japanese culture and tradition. Blackthorne's uneasy alliance with Lord Toranaga and his slow transformation into a samurai give the story such emotional weight.
Where no one can find it.
Personally, I found Shogun mesmerizing. It's not just about politics or war, it's about honor, survival, and identity. And with its stunning cinematography and gripping performances, this is one historical drama that absolutely deserves the hype. Number 5, Those About to Die, 2024.
You don't know who you messing with. You take a shot, better not miss.
At number 5, we step into the blood-soaked sands of Rome with Those About to Die. This series throws us right into the world of gladiators, politics, and the brutal entertainment that defined the Colosseum. Set during Emperor Vespasian's reign, it shows how lives of politicians, gladiators, and slaves were intertwined in a system built on power and
You
spectacle.
don't know who you messing with. You take a shot, better not miss.
What I loved is how it balances personal stories with the grandeur of Rome. You see a young gladiator rise from nothing, turning into a symbol of defiance, while senators manipulate the games for their own gain. The series captures both the cruelty and the strange beauty of this world. And honestly, some episodes had me holding my breath. For me, this isn't just another Roman drama. Those About to Die makes the Colosseum feel alive again, with all its savagery, politics, and desperate humanity. If you've got a taste for epic historical dramas, this is one you'll definitely want to binge. Number 4, Vikings, 2013 to 2020. At number 4, we've got the legendary Vikings. This series follows Ragnar Lothbrok, a farmer who rises to become one of the greatest Viking leaders in history. From raiding England to forging alliances in France, Ragnar's journey is packed with battles, betrayal, and ambition. But what really makes Vikings stand out is the character depth. Ragnar's bond with Lagertha, his complicated brotherhood with Rollo, and the growth of his son Bjorn Ironside, these relationships carry as much weight as the battles themselves. Add in characters like Floki, the shipbuilder with a wild streak, and you've got a show that's rich, raw, and emotional. Personally, I think Vikings nailed the balance of brutal action and heartfelt storytelling. The battles are epic, the politics are gripping, and the characters stay with you long after the credits roll. It's easily one of the most iconic historical dramas of the past decade. Number 3, House of David, 2025.
Can one stone change the course of history? So,
Number 3 takes us back even further in time with House of David. This brand new series brings to life the story of King David, from his humble beginnings as a shepherd to his rise as a warrior, poet, and eventually king. What I found fascinating here is how the show balances the spiritual with the personal. Yes, we get the big moments like David's legendary victory over Goliath, but we also see his friendships, his struggles under King Saul, and his deeply human flaws. It's not just a story of triumph, it's also about doubt, temptation, and redemption. Personally, I think House of David feels fresh compared to other biblical dramas. It makes these ancient stories feel real, emotional, and relevant. If you're into powerful, character-driven sagas with a touch of spirituality, this one deserves a spot on your list. Number 2, Marco Polo, 2014 to 2016. At number 2, we've got Marco Polo. This series follows the Venetian explorer as he enters the court of Kublai Khan, one of the most powerful rulers in history. From political intrigue to cultural clashes, it's a sweeping adventure set in the heart of the Mongol Empire. What hooked me is how it captures both Marco's personal journey and the massive historical backdrop. You see him grow from an outsider into someone who has to navigate betrayal, loyalty, and survival. Along the way, characters like Princess Chabi bring even more depth to the story. For me, Marco Polo is one of those underrated gems. The visuals are gorgeous, the storytelling is layered, and it gives us a look at history we don't usually see on screen. If you love political intrigue mixed with grand adventure, you'll love this series. Number 1, Barbarians, 2020 to 2022. And finally, at number 1, we have Barbarians. Set during the Roman occupation of Germania, this series tells the story of Arminius, a Roman officer torn between loyalty to Rome and his Germanic roots. The heart of the show is the rebellion he leads with his childhood friends, culminating in the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest, one of the most legendary uprisings in history. The show nails the tension, the cultural clash, and the sheer desperation of people fighting for freedom. Personally, I think Barbarians is one of the best depictions of this era. It's emotional, gritty, and the battle scenes are unforgettable. More than that, it makes you feel the weight of rebellion, the sacrifice, the unity, and the courage it takes to defy an empire. A truly powerful watch.
And that wraps up our countdown of the best historical dramas you need to add to your watch list right now. Whether you're drawn to the epic rise of empires in Rise of Empires Ottoman, the fierce battles of Vikings, or the raw rebellion of Barbarians, there's something here for every fan of history, action, and drama. Which one hit you the hardest? Drop your favorite in the comments. I'd love to hear your picks. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your fellow binge watchers, and of course, subscribe for more epic countdowns every week. Until next time, stay curious, stay binging, and I'll see you in the next one.